everybody, welcome back to another episode of Animal Allies. Today is quite the interesting episode, but before we get into what exactly we're doing, you might have noticed we finally got my minimal armor. However, this is not the usual resource pack. I got tired of waiting and made my own. I'm not exactly happy with it, but this works for now. Now, what we're gonna do today, first we're gonna name some pets. We're gonna do that first. We've got two suggestions from a commenter, Completely Confused Dungeoneer, who is responsible for quite a lot of my pets' names, or at least commenter suggestions, but they recommended one to name a pet after a commenter who commented on my video that I did not watch and asked what was going on. That was actually my best friend. They make it a fun little joke to often say that they don't watch my Minecraft series, which is true. But they don't have to say it all the time. Basically, they only watch my Phasmophobia videos. Anyway, but I plan on actually naming, while they suggested a parrot, I plan on naming a cat after them, and it's not really completely after them, more something close, inspired by. Actually, their username is Kikiraoke. You can go and check out their channel down below if you want. I do still love them, as much as I dog on them so much, but we're gonna name the cat Karaoke, which when thinking of this idea, found out how hard it is to remember how karaoke is actually supposed to be said when you have a friend with the username Karaoke. Anyway, so we've got a cat named Karaoke now. We also got one inspired from the comment because it's not exactly listed in the comment, but they were mentioning like old stories, and none of the ones they listed exactly drew to me, but I was trying to think of something similar, and I thought The Wizard of Oz, Toto, freaking perfect. So we've got Toto. Now, I was trying to figure out what exactly like coat would fit best, because Toto is a terrier and it has a darker coat. Now I would probably do a forest dog if I didn't name them already. We have Beelzebub and Nimbus. So I'm thinking the Rusty is the closest I can get, because I don't want to do one of the black dogs because it's almost too dark. So I'm thinking the Rusty, and I'm going to leave the red collar because in the movie itself, you cannot see that the dog is not wearing a collar. However, there is a, like, Wizard of Oz from the point of view of the dog where he is wearing a red collar, so I'm just going to leave it red. But on to what we're doing in today's episode. One, we're going to be setting up some bunny traps, which I don't know if they're going to work, but we'll see, to get some bunnies, hopefully. And then I also am going to actually get a happy ghast, because it's just going to make my life easier in terms of transporting these animals back and forth, as we get more, or as we put them into homes. One thing, actually, I completely forgot about, I never gave you me point of view of the industrial area that we completely revamped in between episodes that you guys saw a time-lapse of. So here it is. Now, it's not perfect. The biggest thing is the creeper farm, and it's gonna take a lot for me to deal with that. But we've got an iron farm finally operating. It isn't exactly perfect. They still often spawn outside of it. Honestly, I think I'm not sure if buttons actually prevent spawns. I was kind of trying to make it a little bit... You're not supposed to be like that. I was trying to make it a little bit just a variation, but the style of the build itself, because I do plan on doing like a steampunk type of vibe over here, the style of the build itself is actually like kind of a power generator. And I was thinking these are like wires with the lightning rods to like collect power for the power station. I don't know, it's kind of cool in a way. It could look better, but I don't mind it. Um there's also the path that I did finally. And look at this truck. I have one, or I kind of been calling it a Jeep-ish. I have one more actual truck to put in this area somewhere. I just have to figure out what good spacing would look like for them. But I find them so cute. Look at them. And I saw inspiration to do like back blinkers type of deal with beds. Awesome. I have debated if I should allow myself to get or to do invisible item frames just to make it look a little bit better. I don't know. I might, but I don't use them that often, and the item frames don't look that bad, especially for these front. It kind of adds to the headlights. I did want to put sea lanterns into these, but I don't have any prismarine shards yet to do so, so that's going to be a thing for later. But yeah, so this looks awesome. I am going to say it looks awesome because I genuinely am super proud of a lot of this. There's still so much work to do on pre-existing buildings and stuff. Like, I still have to do this train, which, oh, I don't even know. I don't even have that planned out yet. I have this building planned out. It's just, don't want to deal with collecting stuff to build it. I don't know. We'll do it eventually, but this was enough work. But we're gonna, I guess, go to sleep first and then set up some rabbit traps. Okay, for the initial locations of where I want these guys are over here because for some reason I find a lot of them in the snowy biome over here. Don't know why. There's also a few behind here, I think, that spawn in sometimes, like that one right there. I could I do have a carrot. I could just bring this one straight there. Please don't hit that. Okay. Let's do that first, and then we'll actually set up some traps. I'm not sure, again, if they'll work, but if anything, they'll kind of be aesthetically pleasing. Like a little decoration for the life of the village. Oh, that's another thing that happened. Uh, oh, there's another one. Let me see if I can get it. They're two white rabbits, which I do want some variation, but I'm not sure if any different rabbits spawn in this area. Anyway, another thing that happened, I somehow lost both of my farming villagers. So I am slowly working to get those back. I had to breed some more villagers from my uh happily homed other villagers. And then so we only got one guy there while we freaking level him back up. Ridiculous. I don't know what happened. I don't think they can get out of there at all. Um And, oh, something I did way long ago that I don't think I ever told you guys about because I got distracted in the Elytra end business. I actually infected and cured my mending book villager. So he's got better trades now. So I think that's the end of the updates, but I do believe these guys are okay in here, hopefully. I don't think they can get out. And let's actually go set up the rabbit traps now. So we'll have our first one set. I didn't bring a hoe. Place this way down. Okay, now that's done. I'm not exactly sure how reliable this is. Um, but we can try it. And then we've got one more I think I'm gonna put over here. I haven't seen many besides some over here, but we can try to not be in a hole and try over here. Maybe down here? Okay. Now we have 2 rabbit traps. That may or may not work. I don't know. Guess it's time to go to the Nether. Oh, while I was preparing, I was reminded of something. Another thing that happened while I was actually building the iron farm. We got a wandering villager and traded for a pale oak sapling. So we've got pale oak logs in our future. I still would like to find the biome at some point, but it's a good thing to have those in our palette at some point. Okay, I think I'm ready. This is gonna go badly. I have a feeling, especially because I can't wear my chest plate. Okay. I truly need to make this. Oh my god. I need to make this unspawnable land so badly. Okay, we'll have to remember that when we get back. Because I do. Okay. I don't want to deal with you right now. So, we need to find a newly generated soul sand valley, I believe. Now, the good thing is, because I'm scared of the Nether, we haven't really traveled that far. Like at all. So why am I going this way? Honestly, I need to go to the opened pit that's over here, probably. Um, so it shouldn't be that hard to generate new land. It's just gonna be difficult in terms of maybe finding a soul sand valley and then fossils in said valley. Um, oh, wish me luck. Ooh, I don't know if you're newly generated, but you're definitely a soul sand valley. Hey, there we go. Okay. Hey, don't send things my way. I'm fighting for my life. Okay. Leave me alone. Okay. Got super quiet because I got super panicked and was trying to figure out a way to survive. I did good, I think. Hello. We also have the option of crafting one. I just thought I would try and find one first. Truly, we ever need bone blocks, we'll have enough, hopefully. I'm gonna say that. And then I'm not, because I had ideas of making nether roof travel, which still might be in the plans, but was thinking of like making a rib cage spine thing out of bone box, but bone box? Bone blocks. I struggle. We found one! If it gets blown up, I'm gonna cry. Oh, yay! Okay, now we have to get back home? I guess we could look for some more. Do we want to? We don't need to, but we could give him a friend. We'll look nearby. There's still a lot to check in the surrounding areas, so let's do that real quick. I got another one! Hi. Oh, another one! Okay, we're not gonna spawn all these. We don't have the room, like, genuinely. The place I'm planning on putting them, maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to build out their space. Because I do have something planned. I just can't stop myself. I want to look at the one. Hey. Oh, maybe I was just in previously unloaded or previously loaded spawn chunks, and I hadn't gotten far enough into the Soul Sand Valley. Ooh, cause yeah, I'm getting pretty lucky. Yeah, see? Okay, I'm going to the Nether Fortress real quick. After a peek. Just a quick peek. I don't see one. We're going to the Nether Fortress. Oh, those are okay. That's one thing we also haven't done is try and defeat the Wither, but that might be a much later thing. Because I don't think I have a single Wither skeleton skull. Ow. Yay, okay. So just some gold, which I will take. Ow. Oh, I'm gonna die. That's one way to get home. Okay, so now we have to find a place for these guys to go. Now, they obviously can't really be contained, so they're going to be kind of floating above the thing I have planned for them, which is a little, like, magical, or not magical, overgrown grove type of location. Kind of, or forgotten grove, maybe, type of deal over here. Now, I've kind of realized in what I have planned, this is not big enough, so we're going to have to do quite a bit of terraforming, which I was planning on doing anyway over here, but I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out. Some of this is going to be freehand, which I'm usually terrified of. Actually, most of this is going to be freehand. I made a template in a creative world of like, oh, little fun building techniques that I could use, but a lot of this is just going to have to be fitting the terrain as is. So we'll have to see how this goes. First, let's Okay, so that was quite a bit of work, but I do like how they turned out. Now, I truly didn't know what exactly I was planning initially, but I've had this idea of retaining walls. It's the weirdest thing, but I think they're so cute. I saw them in another YouTuber's series, and I was like, those are adorable. I want to add them somewhere, but I don't know where I would do it and exactly where I would have space to do it. So I terraformed them in myself. Oh, did that where the bunny did get out? Is that where they got out? I noticed we only had one bunny left in the cage. It must have hopped over the fence and got over here somehow. But anyway, so yes, we did retaining walls over here and one place over here because I need some verticality in the build, and originally I was just planning on some like decrepit towers that I could climb up, but those work as well as little platforms to access the ghasts as they're flying around this area. I don't think I said this previously, but I've heard that they stay like within about 30 blocks of dismount. So they should stay like in this area whenever I get to that point. But I just want to make a nice, like, underground area. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is they don't have, like, a shelter to get over them when it rains, and that's kind of sad. But they're too big to do much with, so it's kind of a problem regardless. But anyway, we do have those in and the terraforming that I wanted to do pretty much. The only other thing is I'm trying to decide if I want the original walls idea that I was going to do, which you guys don't know, but in my original mock-up, I had a wall surrounding the area that the ghast flew above. With the natural, like, enclosed space between the two rivers and the hills, I'm not thinking it's needed. I think at least I'm going to put it off for now, and then maybe return back to it later, just depending on what I like. I also naturally end up finding two different entrance points into this area. One from the farm down here. Now I'll probably put maybe some vines, because I think I'm gonna do a little, like, hidden cave back here. I was doing a hidden pool over here. Originally I wanted to do a pond type thing, but I was like, with the amount of water that is already surrounding this area, I don't know if it would really fit. It would be maybe just a bit too much. So I'm thinking this is a naturally spawning pool. I might make it a bit bigger, spruce it up a bit, and make paths around it to have a small little grotto where I can get down from up there, but also have this entrance from over here into this, like, nice little hidden space. I'll have to do even more terraforming for that, but let's originally just get most of some of this down. Now, honestly, I could probably, while we're working on some of the just fun decoration down here, start spawning some of these in. Actually, I should probably instantly get some harnesses. Let's start with that. Okay, so it's 3 leather on top, 2 glass on the sides, and then a piece of wool. Now we have a cyan harness and a purple harness. So we have those two ready for whenever they spawn, hatch, hydrate, I don't know. Though they do need to grow up a bit. Oh, we need snowballs. I mean, I have a few. Maybe we should, I mean, I have leads on me. Let me get a few fences prepared. Along with snowballs. You put in there. Don't know how many it takes for them to grow up, but I'll grab as much as I can. We also have access to snow past the village. I guess let's keep them one apart. There we go. So they should start growing up. I'll keep the fence posts nearby. Let me get the leads out of my thing, because I'm sure when they're smaller and their hitboxes are smaller, they're going to be harder to catch. So let me do that. I do have snowballs on me, so I could attract them to me. But otherwise, let's start doing the overgrownness of this grove. Great, the trees have made this a death trap. I can really... Ah! No! We'll need a lot more foliage in here eventually. I also was planning at some point to input like how everybody's been making the gas stations. Um, I was thinking of doing something like that around here so I could come park them and it'd be that middle point where they would surround constantly. We'll have to see where to put it. It might have to go in the middle with how this is, or with how I had to work this around, which I don't think will be too big of a deal. I mean, we'll see. But for now, I kind of just want this to look semi-pretty. Oh, nightmare. I went and grabbed some glowstone because it's dark. They spawned! Oh, I should have just slept. This is a bad idea. Oh, very bad idea. Very bad idea. There's way too much stuff for everybody to get caught on. Oh. I need this lit up so desperately bad. If I keep moving, they can't catch me. Are they following me? Oh, that's so adorable. I mean, it's gonna get you hurt, but that's so adorable. I think that's gonna be it for today's episode. It's kind of been a busy one. Hi. Oh, you're adorable. Oh, I don't like the inside of you. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.